Hyphen Jersey. You are now tuned into Hyphen Eagles. I'm back at it, getting ready to talk about some good things and some bad things about what happened against, the Carolina Panthers. But it's gonna be mostly bad things. Listen, like we got the win, got the dub. That's most important. And first, I want to say is thanks for everybody that been tuning in, watching. Definitely stay tuned for the Patreon videos that we are doing new. Follow the Dolo Solo 103 TV. That's when we doing all. You're gonna see a lot of stuff posting about that. We doing a lot of talking, a lot of goodness and everything. So please stay on it. Stay tuned for the links and everything for that and all that. But other than that, I just want to say that thankful, appreciated for everybody been liking, following, subscribing to the channel. It been a long time, ups and downs and everything. We appreciate y'all. Like continue to like, follow, and subscribe. And that's what it is. I'm not gonna wrap you up wrap you up too much like always. I'm gonna get right into it. The game that happened, and I was watching the game. I caught a good amount of the game and everything because I was out. But I just feel like sometimes you get those games, you get those little crazy matchups, and a lot of teams you see that a lot of teams that they necessarily like the good teams that's out, like you'll say that got good records, or if you want, I know a lot of people feel like the Kansas City Chiefs, they got a good record, but they're not really playing good. But you got teams that are really good, and that just surprisingly is losing from teams that you'll never expect. Just like you saw the Bills, they just lost from the Rams is not really so necessarily bad, but you wouldn't expect that. You got the who is that? I believe that was the Lions that had a hard time of facing the Chicago Bears. The Kansas City Chiefs had that struggle with the Panthers. The Panthers is really playing good ball now. Like now, their record doesn't show because they was too late in the season. They had to get things going, and now they are getting things. They got guys making plays. And that defense is clicking. That defense is doing very well. The offense is finding ways. Bryce Young is actually he's extending plays and being looking like a playmaker. He is like so that team is looking totally different than how they was in the beginning of the season. Not making an excuse that we should have took control of this game. That should have been a game that we should have just ran with. But sometimes it get like that. Sometimes those games just be like that. It shouldn't, but it be like that. Like I just named you, a lot of teams in the NFL have struggled with teams that they shouldn't have struggled. Like it's not like the Eagles the only team, but we ain't talking about them. We talking about us that we should have took a little bit more control, a little bit more onto that. But it happens. My take on why we didn't and what happened, and to that extent, is that it was just basically inconsistent playmaking based on both sides. Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio. I don't know what defense Vic Fangio was actually playing that much. I saw him. He was playing like some coverage, and then he was blitzing at the wrong time. Like I mean, I'm not really mad that he was blitzing because he was trying to get to Bryce Young, but it was like at certain moments you need it because you see that we were struggling to get him. Like our lineman couldn't get him down. Our lineman's defense, like we was getting in there, but it was like that boy was just swift moving, shaking, moving around. He was doing a lot of other stuff. So I felt like we could have played a little bit more better with the coverage on the back end, and get force him to press on these receivers and force him to go through his progression and not get that ball out so quick. So our lineman, but it was just hard. I get it because they was doing that, but our lineman wasn't getting to him. So it's really hard to try to defend wide receivers for a long time. So I understand that aspect, but we got to do more. When that's to show you, we got to do better in containing. We should have had a game plan of containing. Like I don't think we took Bryce Young a little bit. We didn't take him so serious of being that quarterback that could play making and extend plays, moving his feet And I don't think they game plan was containing him in the pocket that much. Like, and I think that's what happened with Vic Fangio. And yo, it just that's what was happening on the defensive side. On the offense, I feel like Kellen Moore. I feel like he could have been better, more a little more better with these play calling, dealing with the running. It's like he ran it a little bit in the beginning when I feel like he should have started off with that, but then like towards the on the second half, he was running a little bit too much. He wasn't trying to like our passing game is really we don't. I think we got caught up in running that they didn't start focus on game plan and some passing plays, like being creative in the passing plays. I think they get creative with the passing, but too much dropbacks. The Jalen Hurts holding the ball too long, like it's hard to be creative with long passing plays, like 10 yards and 15 yards down, because the defense is going to necessarily give them more time to pick up on it. And now, like, you're trying to get the ball downfield and Jalen Hurts is holding it too low, too long. It's like, is this thing's going to happen? We need to get more creative with check down plays. Creative with plays that's going to move the chains, make third and long, on third down, third and short, and manageable. But I feel like it's too much people going out too far. Like, it's okay to check down and like, who cares if it's a dick and dunk or whatever? Who cares if it's pretty? If it open up and we get it, then we get it. But sometimes that I feel like they get caught up with these yo what's good. I feel like they get caught up with a lot of these plays that just trying to get go routes with AJ Browns and slants and 5 yard cuts with like it's like so standard that it's not nothing like mixed up on a passing plays. Like, and I think we gotta get back into that. Yes, we are running game. And we do got a good running strategy, but you can't just run it. You got to have a passing strategy too. No matter if you're running more than you are passing, but when you get ready and you have to pass, you got to be more creative with it. Like, do some more plays. Like, example, like that game where we played the Saints and Dallas got it at the end, got a pass that was really only 5 yards, but it allowed, because it was so creative, as I think that was Dotson and somebody else that did a pick route, how they came across that allowed Goddard to get open. It was so creative how they put together that was only a 5 yard pass, 5 to roughly 6, 7, whatever. But it ended up being a 50 to 60 yards or whatever pass after run after pass type play. So those type of plays is what we need. Like, we don't really have to be dropping the back unless it open up. But if you're seeing, especially in the beginning, when it's like they are stopping and not really getting that run like that, and you need something to open up, you gotta start doing check downs, man. You gotta start taking what the defense is giving you, get more creative in those type of passing plays until something open up. I hear a lot of Eagles fans and people that's other team fans, like, and they are talking about the Eagles. They are saying like, okay, Jalen Hurts is holding the ball a little too long. Jalen Hurts, he's holding it too long. He's that. I'm not getting it. Like, a lot of times you see him do too long. I would say this. Sometimes I do wish he'll just throw the ball away and he'll just get out of his hand, throw the ball away. Like, you don't have to necessarily take a sack or try to do too much, but it happens because he tried to extend it, and it does. So, I mean, he does throw the ball away. I'm not going to say he don't, but I think he could do it a little bit more better. But other than that, I don't necessarily blame him fully because, ain't nobody, what you want him to do? Like, what you want him to do? Nobody's not open. You want him to throw the interception? First, he cleaned up his turnovers. That was a problem in the beginning of the season. But now that, okay, he's not forcing passes and throwing it out there, you want him to do it, throw the interception? Like, what else you want him to do? Like, it's if nothing ain't there, then nothing ain't there. Like, people are he holding on to the ball because obviously he ain't seeing nothing ain't there. If something was there, he would get it. Now, it is some plays that I could, like somebody said at my job one time, they was fussing that, okay, Jalen Hurts roll out the pocket a little bit too early, even when there's no pressure is on. And I was getting what he was saying. I see that a couple of times. Jalen Hurts probably will roll out a little bit too early, just a little bit, and that will allow him, like, if he's rolling out to the right, but then like Devontae Smith is doing a in route to the left or something like that, a 5 yard in to the left, he might gonna miss that because he already way rolling to the right, and Devontae Smith is going to the left, and he's open, but he don't ain't gonna see him. So I can understand what they frustrate him. Like sometimes he might roll out the pocket a little too early, and that might happen. But a lot of times that people don't take into play when it comes to those situations is that, yeah, you might feel like he don't got no pressure coming up on him. Like, yo, why is he rolling out? There's no pressure. But it's not only pressure is not only the reason why quarterbacks roll out that pocket. Like, you got these big linemen right in front of your face. And if the lineman is if the offensive line is collapsing, not like, okay, they allowing the defender that's coming in, they collapsing like, okay, they getting pushed back. They getting pushed back. You pushing them back, and now when you dropping back, and now you seeing your offensive line is getting pushed back into your face. Yeah, it ain't no man coming at you, but they getting pushed back to your face. 9 out of 10, you gonna roll out that pocket so you can see. Like, it's not easy to see over those linemen, and at the same time, you're not gonna risk getting the lineman pushed into you and bumped into you and you fall back. So sometimes, okay, ain't no pressure on him. Why is he rolling out? Like, it don't always mean quarterbacks don't always roll out the pocket because of pressure. Sometimes they roll out the pocket when they see the offensive line is collapsing and they getting pushed back into their face. So a lot of these things that people don't take accountability on, why is he holding on to the ball? Why is he rolling out a little too early? Like, it's a lot of stuff that's taking the play that people don't know necessarily understand football to the extent to know why these quarterbacks do things that they do. Like, if ain't nobody open, if the offensive line is getting pushed back into your face, you gonna roll out, you gotta move, you gotta extend the play, you gotta do what you gotta do. Nobody ain't upset. Nobody don't get upset when he make a 40-yard run and everybody excited, but when it doesn't work, it's a problem. So I just feel like it's too much on Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. Like it's so much he could do based on how that game was playing out or because how it was called. Like I'm not saying he haven't through the whole season, he haven't missed no throws or anything else, but overall he did a good job enough to keep this team in check. His numbers don't see it. It's because it doesn't, we don't need his numbers to see it. Like, yo, what is wrong with, who cares? If, let's just say, okay, the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl and we win the Super Bowl, but we win the Super Bowl because our running game. That's an issue. Why is it an issue for a team to win a Super Bowl based on because they ran the ball? They didn't really have that much passing yards. The quarterback didn't really pass that ball that much, but they was running it really well, and they end up winning the Super Bowl. Like, ain't that the part of the game? To use your best asset, to use your best skills, to do whatever it takes to win. If it's working, if you got an asset that's really better and it's your strong suit, so you're going to play that better than something that's not, like, why not do it? Why is people passing? What's going on with the Eagles? Because we're not looking very good with the passing. We're going on whatever. Like, no, like, we're not that. What is the problem? Why we can't just be a running game and a running team, a team that run the ball better and we pass just enough? Running the ball is part of the game. It's a part of your skill set. It's a part of what you can do. It's what the coaches dial up. It's a part of a game plan. So if the game plan is working because you're running it and teams can't stop it, why go away from it? Like, no, now I will understand that, okay, we got to do to fix up. You got to get a little bit better in the passing that well. But, yo, I'm not upset as that we running the ball maybe more we are passing it. When we do pass it, we got to get a little bit creative. We got to open up a little bit more. Stop trying to look down. Draw these plays that's going like 10 to 15 yards. Yo, just try to get check downs. Make third down manageable, man. We should be getting check downs so it could be like 33, 34, 33, 32. What else? So, and if we got to do the brotherly shove or whatever because it's 4th and inches or whatever, then cool. Like, but keep the chains moving and don't not worrying about trying to look downfield to get some off because of I kind of still think a little bit of Nick Sirianni. Like I kind of think that feeling of the red zone, trying to score before you get to the red zone is kind of still in him. Like, I kind of think he is intimidated of the red zone, which is understandable because that red zone is a little hard. It get a little hard. It get a lot of complicated, and like people is bunched up. It's a few places it's not it's so it's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry. It's only so much a place that your receivers could go. Like because you all close to the end zone, so everything is there. The finish is easily there, so it get a little harder in the red zone. But that's why you got to get creative with your red zone plays. Stop doing the standard same plays and all that. Get creative, dial up something like and yo like I just think that's what's the thing on that game. People is blaming, Hurts ain't playing, bro. Hurts ain't playing. Like, yo, I feel like the defense was on it. He like, who can he? They was on it. They was on it because of the gameplay. This wasn't necessary. Oh, Hurts wasn't doing well on that game. It wasn't necessary. The defense was on it. They was stopping it. They were stopping the passing plays that was doing out there. Why? Because that's what Kellen Moore was doing out there. Like I think people expect Jalen Hurts to audible every player every down. Like what quarterback do audibles every player every down? Yes, you're gonna order ball once in a while when you got it, but ain't no like I said before, ain't no quarterback out here. I don't care who you gonna name, I don't care what you gonna say. You can name Tom Brady. Tom Brady had Bill Belichick. Tom Brady wasn't audible in every down. First down, audible. Second down, audible. Third down, audible. Like, he was not doing that. Like, Patrick Mahomes is not first down, audible. Second down, audible. Third down, audible. Like, he's not doing that. Like, because he trusted Andy Reid and Tom Brady trusting Bill Belichick, who's a real good offensive play caller. Like, so, like, I'm not saying Kellen Moore is not, but he could be inconsistent at some times. Like, and that could just make things more harder on the quarterback when they got to go out there and audible and try to work where they can work. And the plays that's been thrown out is just standard and not creative. Like, he get paid to do that. Like, now don't get me wrong, this not me coming at Kellen Moore and everything because like I feel Kellen Moore overall Kellen Moore have done a great job this year. So I want to clear that up. He had did a great job overall because we look totally different despite of what happened that with the Panthers game. Our offense looked totally different. Even Vic Fangio doing a great job this year because our defense looked way more better despite how they looked at in this Panthers game. But mainly with Kellen Moore, like he could be a little inconsistent at some times, and that could kind of dull things, and that could kind of make things a little too predictable on the offense side. Because make on the passing, like that's just what it is. Like so, I just think we just got to get a little bit more creative. We gotta yeah, we run that ball, but you gonna have to pass it. And when you pass it, you gotta get creative. And when you do get creative, stop trying to be creative and looking downfield. Like be creative with 5-yard passes, 6-7 yard passes, just to move the chains and get down and get first down, and move downfield. Control the time of possession and everything. Like that's what you got to do. That's how you win. But then when this stuff open up and you could get a go route, you could get a fly or a post route or whatever to your receivers, then that's what you do. But until then, like man, you gotta foreplay the defense, man. You gotta get your check downs and get everything. Like you can't just go out and keep doing this same old, having him drop back and he's gotta look downfield to see who's open all the way downfield. That's why he's holding on what people want him to do. So I just feel like they should calm down on him. Yes, you could criticize him on certain levels and certain things, but just to blame him fully on how the offense is looking and to blame him fully on how the Eagles is looking, that's what I totally disagree. Like, yes, like I said, yes, you could criticize Hurts to an extent. You could criticize him on what he needs to develop in and certain things you can see what to do, because I do that. We do that. But to blame him fully of how the offense is doing and how the Eagles is looking on that game and certain games, like like I just disagree with that. It's like it's not. It's more to people that's looking at, and I just feel like people just need to calm down on. They just calm down on them. People just all just so focused on his stacks and passing. He don't need to. We got a game plan of running the ball, but I do understand we need to get a little bit more creative on the passing plays and everything. So that's my opinion on that. I know AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, they was feeling a little ways. They feel it. They was talking about it of especially AJ Brown of that. Yo, we gotta the passing and everything is not there, like and that's what they feeling, and you can see that's how they feeling, and it's true, like these Kellen Moore and Nick Sirianni gonna have to figure this out on dealing with these. You got two dogs of receivers, like they yes you got a running game, but they should at least get the ball enough, like. They should leave. You should have it. Even with Dallas, well, he's not in it. Like you got Calcaterra, like, but like and when Dallas when he's in, like you got him too, like you got receivers, dynamic receivers, like they should be able to get the ball enough time, and you should be able to utilize them well enough with your run game. And there's no reason why they are not getting no possessions, and they ain't getting no reps and enough targets, enough receiving yards. Like it's no reason. Like at least one of them, one or the other. Like if you can't get both, you got it shouldn't be no reason. Not just because the passing game need to be developed a little bit more better. Hopefully, dealing with going to this Pittsburgh game, that they'll find that, and they'll be working on that. And while they on practice and everything. So they gotta dial that in, like, and they gotta figure it out, because the Steelers got a real pretty good defense. Like their defense is real solid, and their offense is pretty good with Russell Wilson. So and he's a runner. He's a runner now. He's a pocket before runner, but he can roll out of that pocket too. So we're gonna have to feel like contain him, and for him to extend in plays. And I don't think he as fast as Bryce Young, but he still can get out of that pocket and extend the play. So we're gonna have to contain him. And man, that coverage gonna have to step back up into what it was, to be able to lock the receivers down that's on that end. Like Pickens he's balling, so we definitely gonna have to lock him down. Like so, but on the defensive side, we definitely gonna have to. I mean, on the offensive side, we definitely gonna have to run at their defense and open up some stuff. Check downs, man. Check downs, like I said on them, and we'll see what their game plan they at. What they gonna do. Man, that's my take. So that's what it is. I'm gonna get ready to get off. I just wanted to talk to y'all. Please put in the comments if you agree or disagree. Let me know how you feel. And like, yeah, man, let's get to talk. Be back with another video. Like I said, man, we're gonna be posting the links on Patreons and everything. So please do not hesitate to subscribe to the Patreon, and subscribe to the channel, and support. Like we talking about sports in general, not just the Eagles, just talking about sports, like whatever team that we feel like is hot, or what, or they going down or whatever, just the NFL period. And then we talking about life. We just just having discussion. Come and join us, vibe out. We be bugging out. Just chilling, like so definitely support. Don't be tuned for the Patreon links and everything. And man, yeah, that's what it is. So let me know. Thanks for tuning in. And man, I'm gonna be back at y'all, yo. You already know, Bird Game. I'm out.